Hi, my name is David Lee of Vital Health. Welcome to the Quantum Resonance Analyzer course webinar. Um, just want to first tell you a little bit about myself. We'll start the PowerPoint slide here. Just want to first tell you my background. I was a personal trainer. I've been a personal trainer since 1997 officially, and I've been a holistic nutritionist since 2001. I did about 10 years of undergrad university at 4 different schools. I'm also a teacher as well with the school board part time. And when I was a trainer over the years, working out of various health clubs and even in my own studio in the past, I discovered that people needed more help than just fitness. They really needed to understand about their health. So that motivated me to go back to holistic college, and I did my studies for almost 8 years part time at a holistic college here in Ottawa, and got certified in iridology, shiatsu, and bionutrition, as well as Western and Chinese herbalism. As well, along the last 25 years, I've also worked at various health clinics, health clubs. I've been the head nutritionist, director, and had my own health center for a while. Worked in even health food stores. So I've kind of been in the industry a long time, and I've observed a lot of things about it. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you now, before I go on with that, I forgot to mention that the mentor and my teacher who introduced this technology to me 9 years ago was Dr. George Grant, who's a PhD. He taught at the Faculty of Medicine at University of Toronto for about 10 years. He has got a degree, master's in pharmacology as well as biochemical nutrition, bionutrition, as well as he's a toxicologist. And he's also a scientist, and he worked for Health Canada for about 10 years. And he has many papers out and many journals. And him and many other doctors believe that the future of medicine, one of the main options that's going to be out there in the near future, is energy medicine. This is where we're headed. So I really believe that you are being introduced to a cutting edge technology that is being going to be used more and more all the time. Now, sometimes when we are to grow in life and we have to learn something new, or we have to go into a new field, we feel a little bit vulnerable. It's like we are jumping over a river. We're going into the unknown, and it takes a certain amount of faith, I think. And I love this definition of faith, that it is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. I just find that we can't grow unless we are willing to be uncomfortable and learn new things. And we also have to grow as a person as well. So I want to tell you that that's why I developed this course. Now, one of the things that I've observed, over the last 20 some odd years, being in health clubs in the health industry and clinics, I've observed that we didn't have a comprehensive assessment for many of the clients. I just find that everybody's kind of doing their own sort of assessment. So we have, some assessments where there's a blood test, and then there's hair analysis and pH and saliva testing. And there are different machines out there that assess. And at the health clubs, they would use, fitness tests and functional tests. But I find that all these are good to a point, and even x-rays, I think they're not comprehensive. And what I found very good about the quantum resonance analyzer and the scanning um, results assessment tool is that it's very comprehensive. You can see the overall picture of what's happening in the body of your client. And along with this assessment, I've also developed a hormonal assessment, which you will learn in the course, as well as you will learn how to also do a food score sheet to analyze their nutrition, as well as or assess their nutrition, as well as the health consult, uh, interpret the health consult form and their health history as well. My goal in this course is to motivate and help other health professionals utilize this new technology of assessment and reach a higher level of success in their assessment and service operation. Now, I've learned, as said by a well-known past motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar. He said that when we genuinely help other people, we become successful. So when we help other people become successful, we become successful. And that is truly my intention here. I think, a lot of health practitioners are great at what they do, and they really know their stuff. And I've had many colleagues over the years that are amazing at their field. but they really struggled in making a living because they just didn't have their marketing down and they didn't have proper tools to be able to make their practice more efficient. And I really believe that this technology and this whole assessment tool will help you do that, along with the nutritional program course that I've developed over the last 20 years that I have made a fairly good living from and been able to teach other trainers and even nutritionists how to use in their practice. So I came across this amazing technology called quantum resonance frequency analyzer through Dr. George Grant, and it can read the health state of the organs and systems of the body by measuring the level of magnetic charge of the cells. So what actually goes on is the cells of our body actually has a certain magnetic charge, very low level. And what this machine does is it actually reads the magnetic charge, because what happens is when the cells get weak, if there's a deficiency, the magnetic charge changes. So they've developed software programs with this device that will actually measure the magnetic charge and then interpret that through a major program that will give you a medical readout within 1 minute. So again, this is going to add credibility to your practice as well. This is, something like what the assessment looks like. You're holding a probe. Now we have a higher level machine that we're going to bring out soon, where you can actually put your hand on the device itself, and it will actually, scan the hand as well. So that's how it works. Okay. Now, one of the things is you can go to my website at vitalhealthlife.com, which some of you may have already done. And I actually have a video, a 12-minute video that demonstrates how the scanning is done with clients and what the screens look like. But I'm going to try to give you some still images of what it looks like as well. So from a proper interpretation of the results of the scan and the assessment forms, you will be able to design a more accurate health fitness program or remedy or protocol for your clients. An example of this is, when we look at the hormonal assessment. So, as I said earlier, I actually do other assessment forms. So you will actually learn other assessments along with the bioscanning assessments. So I actually have developed a hormonal assessment, food score sheet where you assess their nutrition, their food intake, as well as their health consult history form, put together with this bioscanning. So in the hormonal assessment results, um, for example, when you see melatonin levels of your client being very low and the cortisol levels of the client being very high, the client will usually indicate in their consultation lifestyle sheet that they are not getting enough sleep, which we know affects the melatonin levels to be low. So we know as practitioners that, when the melatonin levels are low, usually the person is not going to do well, right? They're going to be stressed. Their body's going to be stressed because they're not getting enough sleep and recuperation. Also, if they're working a lot without getting enough rest and eating properly, their body will be under more stress. So this will cause the higher score in the cortisol levels to go, as well as in the food score sheet. Sometimes you can see that their diet is very poor. They're eating a lot of high sugar in their diet, which causes more inflammation in the body, which causes, the inflammation score in the hormonal assessment to be high as well. So this is what the screenshot looks like on the quantum resonance scan. So here you're seeing a particular screenshot of the vitamin, deficiencies and vitamin state of the person. So, your programs and your nutrition plan will be more detailed and accurate because you'll know from the scan results that they are low in certain minerals and vitamins, etc. So you can make a faster change in your client's health and energy. You know, um, you can see that, vitamin C here is a little bit on the low side as well. It's in the yellow. So when you see yellows mean usually deficiency in excess. The center line of the bar representation on the scans means it's perfect. There's no issue. So it's the yellows that you're looking for in the bar, as well as the reds. Of course, reds are more serious. I find that in order to grow in our practice and service to become more successful, we also have to grow in our character and sometimes change our attitude and perceptions about things. There is a saying that I learned in my past success coaching program. If the attitude is right, the facts don't count, because usually the facts, in many cases, is someone's opinion. Now, I know you kind of seen this in the story of Aristotle Onassis. I don't know if you know Aristotle Onassis, but he was a famous billionaire who married Jackie O, who was the widow from John F. Kennedy's wife. Um, she ended up marrying Aristotle Onassis, who was a major shipping tycoon and billionaire in the 60s and 70s. And he was part of the elite system. And um, the coaching program I was part of, we had quite a few of the teachers that came out of some of these elite societies. And this was the story that was told to me that Aristotle Onassis had this incredible attitude. Um, he was always positive, and he's seen things before they happen. He had kind of a visionary sort of attitude. And during the Second World War, there was a glutton of ships in all the harbors. Because of the war, none of the ships left the harbors because they get torpedoed, right? It was too dangerous. So people couldn't even give their ships away. So there was a glutton of ships everywhere, all over the world. And people were saying really negative things about the shipping business. And Aristotle Nonis has actually said, actually after the war, he said their shipping business would boom. And what he did was he actually bought up a lot of the ships in the harbors for pennies. And after the war, he made his billions with the shipping business because people wanted, all of a sudden, American soldiers had been to Europe and they wanted the goods from Europe. They wanted the food from Europe. Um, uh, American soldiers that were in Japan wanted sushi and wanted Japanese goods and commodities. So this caused a huge, a global sort of expansion in shipping and people wanting products and commodities from everywhere else. So it allowed his shipping business to totally thrive after this. So he was definitely right in his attitude. I want to talk about what the course and device is not. The device is not used to diagnose or show levels of weakness and strengths of each system's organs of the body. It is not a replacement of clients' medical protocols such as x-rays, blood sugar readings, blood tests, CAT scans, MRIs. The device is not used for treating, but assessing. Okay, we're not doctors, right? And the assessment is not 100% accurate. All medical devices are not 100% accurate. It's around 70 to 80% accurate. Because of the frequency technology. But I can truly tell you that for the last 8, 9 years that I've been doing this with thousands of clients, I have rarely ever had it not be quite accurate in its reading of the main deficiencies and issues in the health state of my clients. The results of some of the body systems like pH or perfusion pressure readings of the body may change, so you may not get the same readings at different times because these sort of readings change in the body. The body's blood fat levels, blood fat levels are going to change, right, according to the person's diet as well. So certain readings are going to change, and certain readings are going to be much more static because it takes a long time for you to develop osteoporosis when it reads your osteoporotic levels, right? So you're going to see that reading for quite a while with that person because the osteoporosis has set in and they've had it for a long time. It's always good to have a little humor. I thought this cartoon was kind of cute. It's good that you're eating more fruits and vegetables, but be careful to chew more thoroughly. So some of the benefits. You can see deficiencies in minerals, vitamins, and trace elements at a cellular level. Therefore, you may not see the issue on an X-ray or blood test yet. You can see what is becoming weak before it is too late to reverse the ailment. You're able to give a more accurate solution or recommendation to help your client from the results of the scan. The client receives a medical readout of what is going on in their body without the procedure of a blood test, etc. It is a non-invasive and can be done with social distancing of the COVID. You can see weaknesses or deficiencies in the body um, before they become full blown. So you can turn that ailment around in the person before it's full gone. As I've said before, it's at a cellular level. So you're seeing the weaknesses, even though if there's a weakness, it's at a cellular level. So they may not see the symptoms of this in the X-rays yet. By the time you see cancer in the X-ray, full blown. By the time you see a tumor in the X-ray, full blown. Okay, you're already in stage 3 sometimes. But when you see this on the scan, you're seeing it at a little microcellular level. It is starting to get serious, but it is still early enough to turn things around. So I look at this device as a preventative tool, which is great for our wellness practice. Increase your revenue by 50 to 100%, and I've done that many times over in the last 8, 9 years with this practice and using this device. Leads to increased client retention as well because you give them a better and more accurate solution, which meets their needs and give them results faster. So this is why I've usually been the top earner in most of the health clubs and clinics I was at using this form of assessment. Monitor your client's health regularly and quickly with cutting edge technology. They can come back for a scan every 3 months if you want. You'll be able to offer more comprehensive health assessments. Greater success at health trade shows, by the way. You will attract clients to quick quantum resonance analysis, for a fee of say $20 for 10 minutes. I did this at a number of trade shows in the past, and I would have people lined up for 3, 4 hours wanting their scan. And just from the $20 fee, I ended up having like 50 to 100 people at the end of the day, and it paid for my booth. So it's a really amazing way to promote yourself as well in your services. And of course, there's a certificate. There's actually two certificates in this course. You will be certified in the bioscan after you pass the exam, as well as you'll get a certificate in the nutrition portion of the program as well. They're going to be You're going to be tested in both areas as well. So it's going to be quite comprehensive, but it's going to be doable. I haven't made it that hard, but I've made it, um, you know, detailed enough that you will know your stuff by the end of it. So the additional training of the Vital Health 8-session nutritional package, which you'll learn in this program near the end of the course, is it consists of learning my 5-level cleanse program that I have, how to use powerful probiotic and enzymes to really look after absorption, rebuilding, repair, and digestive issues, healthy whole food meal plans, using organic food in a lot of cases with the right food combining principles, showing you how to use a food app, track your client's food intake and to keep track of your macros. Just by using these food apps, I've been able to see, clients drop over 25 pounds in like 6, 7 weeks. Main food items and essentials that can be purchased at health food stores. So I even show you how to do a health food store session with clients. People really value that, to show them actually how to go to health food stores and health places and buy and purchase healthier foods. Of course, you get your free ebooks and hard copy books of both my nutrition and quantum resonance book, and there's my nutrition book as well. And this is kind of how I package the Vital Health Nutrition price point and my package of nutrition for the Inner Cleanse program. And you can actually use it in your practice. I literally set you up to market the services for your practice, and we'll modify it to fit your practice as well. I'll show you how to market it. I'll show you how to sell it, how to present it to your clients from the scan. You're going to learn in the meal programming, the cleansing meal program, what foods to minimize and eliminate, the natural herbal products that will be used for it. I'll even show you if I can't, if you don't if you can't access the retail website, which I have in North America for some of the products, um, I can show you what products you can get where you live if you're overseas, and what kind of herbs need to be in those products as well, since I'm a herbalist. And we'll explain why the cleanse will enhance the client's, health many different ways. You'll also learn about the different food groups and the different whole foods and the nutritional value of certain foods and organic foods, and the actually recipes and what kind of foods really work for athletes, what kind of foods work for weight loss. You also learn the different supplementation. We're going to get into some of the science of supplementation and what supplements and how they absorb and which ones are needed for the body to really function well, because obviously a lot of our foods are depleted these days. So there is value in good supplementation from food sources. Inspiration, motivation, progress, and success. That is kind of the whole goal of this program. So these are my 3 other assessments you're going to learn. You're going to learn my health consult sheet, nutrition food score sheet, and the hormonal health profile. So this course includes not only the installation setup of the quantum resonance, you're going to actually know how to operate the bioscan. You'll learn which results to focus on if you're a nutritionist, chiropractor, herbalist, homeopath, ND, whatever field you're in. We'll be able to show you how to zero in on certain assessment results for your service. And of course, you're going to learn how the food score, hormonal health profile, consultation sheets work, and how to connect the bio results to selling your particular service package. And I'll help you do that in the sales training as well. The benefits of having a hard copy as well in the ebook. I have a health results definition section of the book where it literally goes through all the main systems of the body, and it gives you a good review on the physiology of those functions of the body and those organs before you go into the tested health results section, where you can literally use the book and look at it and use the book as you are going over the results with clients because it's all, it's like a hands-on sort of manual. So I've made it so that you can literally refer to what the highs and lows mean for that particular organ. My first couple of years, I had to always have the book open because there is a lot of information, 200 pages of it. So um, you will get the following. You'll get a lifetime access to the course videos. I have 10 hours of pre-recorded course instructional videos along with the 8-week course as well. You'll get to watch each lesson over and over again if you want. It'll be at your fingertips. If you want, further study, go over the material before you do your exam. And of course, you get your books. I always find success, is like an iceberg. We see people successful, but we don't see the hard work that was put underneath, the persistence, the late nights, the rejections, the sacrifices, disciplines, the challenges, the criticism, the doubts, the failures, the risks. I find that success demands one main thing from all of us, and that is character. But what kind of character do we need? Robert Cabot said this: character is following through on a decision long after the emotional high of the moment has passed. To stay on course in going after our dream, of having a better service or growing our health business, you need to always feel, you need to feel good about what you're doing. You need to do things that also make you feel good, because when you feel good, when you're doing positive things like make sure you're keeping up with your workouts and your exercise program, make sure that you're eating healthy food, make sure that you go for a yoga class, make sure that you go for a massage, do things to constantly surround yourself to keep yourself vibrating positive energy out there. Because when you do that, you will attract more good things into the business, your life, and your relationships. So hence it will be easier for you to follow through on your decision and commitment you made to succeed in that particular goal or dream that you have. Here's a kind of a snapshot of the pre-recorded course online that you're going to get and the various times for each topic that's going to be covered in the course instructions. You watch it, and there's a PowerPoint as well that you'll have access to. Um, So the health consultation form allows you to see your client's lifestyle habits, health history, and what they want to achieve and the reason for making the change. The food score sheet is very important because it will confirm why they have some of their health issues indicated on the scan results, because you'll see what kind of lifestyle they have, what kind of foods they're eating, and why they're dealing with energy and obesity. The hormonal profile will give you a lot of confirmation as to why they're weak or they're depressed or they have arthritic flare-ups, because it's going to give you inflammation readings, it's going to give you cortisol level, it's going to show you if their testosterone levels are low. I mean, all these things are going to be confirmation. And the bioscan is going to confirm these as well. So that's what the health consultation form looks like. Okay. I'm going to show you how to read it, interpret it properly. I've been using this for about 20 years. Nutritional Assessment, my food score sheet that I've developed, really works well because I find that when you go through people's food, you can give them a score at the end, and they'll have a score of how high their negative food score is and how high their total food score is. We're used to being graded, so we've gone to school a big part of our lives. So we're used to getting a percentage and a grade, and people understand that, and I find that that kind of motivates people sometimes when they get that sort of grade. No one wants a bad grade, right? Hormonal health profile, so that's what it looks like. You initially enter your information, you'll have 6 pages show up. So let's look at an example of the gastrointestinal function of a client on the next slide. So here is what it looks like. You can see in the gastrointestinal function, a lot of people have gastric peristalsis function, is usually the absorption, because people are eating usually processed food. They're eating foods that are high fats, high sugars, and they're usually combining their foods. And they're not taking enough enzymes or probiotics, and they're not eating enough raw foods to help digest that food. So, and they're also dehydrated because water is a big part of digestion as well. So there's all these factors that play into what causes, and you'll see this in a lot of people in the diet, and you'll also see the symptoms of this. So people will tell you that they're bloated, people will tell you they're constipated, they've got high acid reflux, and I've seen this over and over again with so many clients over the years. And this is how the gastrointestinal function, how it's written up in my book under Pepsin substitution coefficient. You'll actually get a definition of exactly what it is. So this is why I've made the book so comprehensive, because someone who's never done this before will be able to read these books, get familiar, and be able to consult using this device, even if they don't have a health background. So I've had people that are just distributors of vitamin companies that want to use this device to give an assessment of their clients, and see what the deficiencies are so they can recommend the right supplements and the right lifestyle change. And they found the book very helpful. And I'll also show you what to charge and how long each session should be and how to go over the results and then direct clients to your particular health service or program as a solution and how to use it at the trade shows to attract clients and increase revenue. So there's a whole marketing end that you will be shown, which a lot of courses out there don't show you. Many nutritionists I've met that I've worked with over the years, and I was a head nutritionist at one of the health food store or health clubs that I worked at for about 7.5 years, and we had 4 locations and had a bunch of nutritionists working under me. And what I found was, many of them are fantastic at what they did, but they just didn't know how to market, and they were having a real hard time getting clients or keeping clients and being able to present their offers and their packages properly. And they had very poor presentation skills, so they didn't know how to sell a package. And yet, I had trainers that had, 1/10 the knowledge they had, but yet these trainers were so good at presenting their program that they were, selling, $3,000, $4,000 packages. So it's all about presentation. It's all about, that's a big part of it. If you don't know how to do that, then it doesn't matter how good you're at what you do, you're not going to be able to make a good living. So this is very important. So the sales training will be involved as well in the course. My hourly teaching rate is about $500 an hour for my coaching, and you're going to get close to, in the 8-week program, 24 hours or more online group live teaching with me online on Zoom, where we'll personally be going over each previous video lesson topics. And I'm going to do some success coaching as well and life coaching. We're going to do the marketing coaching as well and answering all your questions. You're going to get email support from myself from Monday to Friday, as well as my assistant team who will help you with the technical part of it and administrative part of it online. And if you have any technical issues with the device as well, there's roughly about 24 hours of support and teaching on our end, on top of your access to online pre-recorded videos and PowerPoint lessons. Now, total value of this, if I was to just add up the hours that I'm putting in, is close to $12,000. We've decided to make it as affordable as possible. We're offering it at $499 because we want to help as many health practitioners out there. We're offering this in an 8-week course, and we're giving a discount as well. This is the discount we're given, and it can be paid in 2 payments, or you can do it once up front. So the website to sign up is at myvitalhealthlife.com. You go under courses, you will see the Quantum Analyzer course advanced as one of the options. And the course includes a free device, a free ebook, hard copy of my latest 2nd edition Quantum Resonance Analyzer book, which I just finished this past year, and the ebook and hard copy of my 290-page nutrition book as well. And of course, you also get a free 10-hour audio files, which I purchased for my life coaching series on the mental aspect of how to keep a positive attitude and how to have this right attitude in your practice to continue to attract and progress and be successful. I found this audio file is called Your Wish is Your Command. I found it very powerful, very empowering. You can listen to, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, and I just find it really would pick me up. There's a lot of principles and teachings in there that has really helped me over the years in my practice. I can honestly tell you that it was worth every penny. So the retail value of just all this added on top of uh, the 12,000 is actually another $800-900. So you're getting all that free, okay, included in the 499. I'm not charging extra for that. So this offer is going to be for only a limited time only because I can only take so many students. Plus, um, we've made this really cheap, and I have a team that I have to pay from these course fees, and you know, um, I can only offer this price for so long as well. So you want to take advantage of this while we can offer it at this level. So this is a testimonial of one of my students, past students, that I did just one-on-one training on this. And I'm just going to get, I can, I can just copy, put this in the internet browser. You can listen to a testimonial.
Good day, everyone. It's Marvin from Nivram Fitness, and this is my testimonial on the use of the quantum resonance magnetic analyzer during the pandemic. Most things went virtual, including personal training, but some clients did want to know where they lack during the time frame where they were unable to train. What the quantum resonance magnetic analyzer was able to do is to assist in providing effective and immediate results in 60 seconds so the client could see how their body functions, what is normal, what is mildly, what is moderately, and what is severely abnormal, providing a platform to prepare a nutritional and meal plan so they could get back on their exercise regime to accomplish their goal. I'd like to thank David and Miller for giving me the opportunity to learn more about using the quantum resonance magnetic analyzer and becoming certified to use it.
Okay. Um, just want to tell you that Marvin there, who lives in Barbados, they went through major lockdown with the COVID, but because of the quantum resonance, he was able to scan people and then email them the results, because you can keep the social distancing using it, and he was able to keep his business going using this assessment tool. When I took training, as well as in the nutrition as well. So he's just a trainer. He doesn't have a nutritional background or a health background. He basically is a certified personal trainer, and he's been doing that for a number of years. This has really added to his business. So you can see, almost anybody can learn this. Many people procrastinate when an opportunity comes into their life to help move their business forward and grow in knowledge and skill set to take their health business to another level. This course is only for those who are serious about becoming successful in their health business, who want to grow more in their day-to-day thinking on what's possible, for those who want to increase their quality of their service to another level and also increase their revenue by 50 to 100% or even more. If this sounds like you, I suggest you take the action and sign up on my webpage for this course, and we can get started to help you enhance your health fitness business with technology. So please reach out to me at vitalhealthlife.com, and look forward to you getting in touch with me on my website. You can contact me, and I will reach out to you by phone or email, and we'll set up a Zoom time to meet, and I can answer more questions, talk about how we can help you in your practice, make it even better. Thank you.